with a short video on my topic.
Short video.
Not at all.
I think the projector.
No.
I remember clearly a time when we were close to the last paycheck and all I could do was go up to the tomboy up the street and get 1 can of corned beef hash for all of us.
He does not know any demographic or geographic boundaries.
I'm a World War II veteran. I've had 3 heart attacks. Can't work anymore. But I think now that I have a food bank, I can make it. Just barely, but I can make it. I mean, it makes a difference between my dying and staying alive. Really.
If it wasn't for these people, I don't know what I would do without them. My husband has no job right now. He's been, and he's been looking. He's always provided for us. He's always been, bringing food. It's hard. We've never been like this before, It's hard. But we're strong. We're gonna get through it. Yeah, we are.
Okay, so I think I'll just leave. So my topic is on food banks, and this is relevant to you guys because we always know of someone who either has no money or we always pass by people who are asking for money for food. And just look at the news, we always see the need there, right? I could say that I'm credible because I've donated hundreds of dollars to charitable organizations. And from time to time, I help out at my church. So my thesis is that currently there is an alarming shortage in the food banks. And I'll talk about its problems, I'll talk about its causes, and I will talk about its solutions. And hopefully I inspire you guys to take action. So what is the problem? According to Njoli Francis of ABC News, last year they donated between 2,000 and 4,000 turkeys this time, around Thanksgiving time. But this year they're only donating 200 turkeys. So it went from 2,000 to 200 turkeys. That's a 90% decrease, which is huge. Also, this isn't just locally, it's also nationwide. For example, Aaron Bracamontes from El Paso Times reports that 140,000 people will go hungry this year. This leaves elderly, veterans, and families in stressful situations. So what exactly is causing this shortage of food? Well, the main cause is probably the recession. As you guys have noticed, we're in a recession right now, or coming out of a recession. A 12% unemployment rate means that there's less donations going into food banks, and possibly people who were donating at one point, they're actually now receiving the food. And also in Fort Smith, Arkansas, the Whirlpool plant is closing down in early 2012. So this will lead to less jobs and more people asking for food, and it'll decrease donations. Another cause is many manufacturers, they aren't donating as much food as they used to before. Even the government has decreased the amount of food that it donates to food banks. So what are the possible solutions? Oh no, before I go to the causes, to the solutions, just one personal testimony. Growing up, we didn't have money, pretty much. So we relied on food banks and we relied on food stamps. And so this is very personal to me because I actually went through it and it helped me a lot. So that's why I feel very strongly about this, and I urge you guys to take action. So what are the possible solutions? One is on a state level, the government can allocate more money to food banks. They can actually donate more. On a local level, we can do 3 things. We can donate money, we can donate food, and we can donate our time by volunteering. I know in my church, think it's every Thursday, we set aside like a huge table, and we just put food on the table, and you know, people can just come and get food. Usually, it's the priority is for the elderly because they usually don't have any more income, but everyone is free to partake of the food. Also, at a food bank in Tennessee, they actually managed to salvage dented cans. If you get a can and it's dented, what they usually do is they throw it away. But what they did is they put all these dented cans and they put them in this vacuum, and they take out the air and they puff up, and then they put air back in, and it goes back to its normal shape. And what that does is, like, if there's any leaks, it'll show. And so those that are leaky, like, they throw them away, and those that are fine, they can use them to give to the people. So that's one very innovative solution. That was according to NPR this year. So in conclusion, I hope you guys learn more about the shortage of food banks, its causes, and its solution. Just to close, there's a quote that says, "In giving, we receive." So by giving, we're actually receiving a lot because it shows us how rich we are. It shows us how grateful we should be to have food. Because a lot of people, they don't even know where their next meal is coming from. And what I recommend is, out of every $1 that you receive, you set aside a certain percentage. Usually 10% is the norm. But if you can't afford that, you can just start with 1%. And compound interest is amazing, because I tried it and it works. So just to close, I want to close with just a video by the actor Ryan Phillips.
Do you know what it's like to be hungry? Do you? He does. Over 1 million men, women, and children in Los Angeles County are at a risk of going to bed hungry tonight. But you can help. Donate food, donate money, donate your time. A little goes a long way. No one should go hungry in Los Angeles. Join us, and together we can feed LA.